That looked like a bit of a fun puzzle room. Guess I'll have to see it another time when I go a different route. This?
It looks like another warehouse.
The doors are completely white. I guess there's one on this floor too then. Makes sense, I guess. As much when what? Makes sense. I guess as much when I saw the map. These maps all look the same to me at this point. I don't study it. I can't look at it long enough for me to care about. And when you're not the one walking around, it like means nothing to me. Memento Mori. What does it say? If the 90th lion ate the sun. What's that over there?
Probably more graffiti. There was one on floor A too, remember?
Something about chicken? Yeah, there was, but...
Never mind that. There's someone else here.
Is that Dio?
Looks like it.
Let's ignore him.
Let's go see what he's up to.
Damn it. I don't want to talk to Dio. I hope he dies next. What are you doing here, Dio?
Oh, nothing. Just going with the flow, you know? And seeing where life takes me.
You don't seem to have any interest in searching for Quark.
Why would I? Do we even know he's really missing? Maybe the little shit's just off having nap time somewhere. So I figure, let sleeping dogs lie, right? Or kids, in this case, I guess. If we wake him up, he might realize he's got enough BP to blow this popsicle stand and ditch us. That happens, it's all over. We'll be stuck in here for the rest of our lives. Which probably won't be that long.
The rest of our lives?
Yeah. Did I stutter? Or did you just forget?
I didn't. Sigma apparently did.
You told us, remember?
Oh god, I don't want to see this rabbit.
Only opens once. Once that happens, it's all over. So be careful, you could get stuck.
Clothes were good, huh? I had to admit, I kind of forgotten that detail. But if Zero Jr. had been telling the truth, we wouldn't be able to get out of here until we... We wouldn't be able to get out until we died. Hell, even that might not be enough. Maybe they just leave our corpse there to rot. My stomach did a little flip.
So, what are you guys here for? Did you bring Fi here so I can kill her?
What?
Oh, really? You already forgotten your little stunt earlier? We're damn lucky Kate chose ally. If he hadn't, you'd be hanging from that crane right now.
Sounds like you're getting a little desperate. Word of advice, Dio. That's not a smart attitude to have here. All you'll do is make sure that whoever plays against you in the AB game won't pick ally.
You talk as if I give a fuck. I already know I won't be up against you two.
Why not?
Kay and I are the yellow pair. You guys are the magenta pair, right? Two pairs can't go through the same chromatic door. Simple enough for you.
How do you know our colors?
Kay told me. He was here a while ago. Speaking of which, Temioji and Clover were here too. Guess everybody misses my company. Anyway, that's how I know what everyone's colors are.
Was Kay by himself?
Yeah.
What about Luna?
Luna? Haven't seen her.
I see.
Anyway, Kay and I won't be pairing with you two. We'll be taking the blue solo.
That's Alice's bracelet. But how did you know that?
Come on. Really that thick? Look at the doors in front of you. These are the next chromatic doors.
So the next color is white?
Bingo. See that thing next to the door there? Looks familiar, doesn't it? Yes. Yes, it does.
I get it. You and Kay are both yellow. You can get yellow by adding red and green together. If you add blue to that.
You and Kay are both yellow. You can get yellow by adding red and green. And if you add blue... Okay, I'm gonna let them explain. I can't follow the color things anymore. It's becoming too complicated for me. It becomes white. You get magenta by adding red and blue together, and then adding green to that gives you white. So that means Fi and I would need to pair up with green solo, which is Luna.
Right.
That means the other 3 would be in the same team as before. Tenmyoji, Clover, and Quark. We know that Tenmyoji is a red solo, and Clover's a cyan pair, so...
The only one left is the other cyan pair. So we can assume that's what Quark is.
Could there be any other combinations?
No. There's only one option this time.
Whoop.
All we gotta do now is wait for these white doors to open.
We've only got 5 minutes left before it's time to meet up with everyone else. We should get back to floor A.
Sorry, but I'm gonna stay here. Moving around so much is a pain in the ass.
Nobody invited you. Come on, Phi.
Right. On my way.
I just realized there's a stop button on the bottom there. Stop what? The game? How do you stop it? What is it for? I'm like pressing start, nothing happens. Is it because we're in a loading screen right now? Man, if this is the game's way of hiding loading screens, these things take forever to fucking load. I mean, who am I to fucking complain? I don't make games. I don't know how these work. Oh, it's here again. What is stop? Oh, stop is just a really quick way to save. Okay. Actually, I haven't saved in a while. Let's save. Rather. Okay. Okay. Huh? Something up? Why'd you just stop?
See that clock over there? The one that looks like the sun?
Yeah?
It reminded me of something we saw earlier.
The sun? What do you mean?
Remember the graffiti on floor B? You remember what it said?
The lion eats the sun. Memento Mori, right?
Do you know what that means?
I used to, but it's been so long since I've watched Una's Honest that I can't remember it now. It's Latin for something like be aware of death or remember death. I think it's usually used to mean we're all gonna die someday, so don't forget about your own mortality.
What about the other part?
Well, I mean, that's pretty straightforward, right? If the 9th... Oh, that's 9th. I thought that was 90th. How do you spell 90th? 90... Hey, how do you spell 90th? Oh, whatever, doesn't matter. If the 9th lion ate the sun. I mean, yeah, it's kind of nonsense, but... Oh, I get it. That's what the clock made you think of, right? The sun in that sense.
Yeah. Did you notice anything strange about that graffiti?
Apart from the fact that it made no sense? Not really.
Huh.
The 9th was spelled wrong. Lion on the wall! That's what the lion is. But how do you make the lion eat a sun?
Maybe you're not the eagle eye I thought you were.
You spelled 9th wrong or something.
I guess I have to do everything.
Yes, please, because I'm
Part of
stupid.
it was spelled wrong.
Yeah.
Specifically, they spelled 9th wrong. It should be N-I-N-T-H. But the graffiti had N-I-N-E-T-H.
Oh. Yeah, I guess you're right. They put an extra E in there?
Exactly.
That's kind of a bonehead mistake. Do you think it was like a kid who wrote it?
Maybe it wasn't a mistake at all.
I'm not following.
Maybe Zero put that E in there on purpose.
But why?
Maybe because he didn't have enough letters otherwise.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. That tells me nothing. What?
Anyway, if Zero wrote that graffiti, then it's got to be significant.
Remember death. If the 9th lion ate the sun. Huh.
Shit. Hey,
What?
it's already 2 minutes past time.
Whoops. Whoops. We're wasting time by looking at this.
We should get moving.
Right. Whoops, 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 whoops. We're always late. Huh? Kay and Luna aren't here.
Astute observation.
What should we do?
What do you mean, what should we do? All we can do is wait. We don't want to end up missing each other by accident.
Yeah. Guess you got a point. Hey, where are you going?
Just want to check something really quick.
Is it the corner? Check what? The area where Alice was fucking crouching at? Yeah.
The last time we saw Alice alive, she was right here. Remember? She was kneeling down, looking at something on the ground.
Yeah. What do you think she was looking at? Huh?
Find something?
Isn't this blood?
Uh-huh. Nice work there, Sigma.
I don't need you to pat me on the back. It makes me feel stupid or something.
The truth hurts. So, blood, huh? Oh my god.
Fi suddenly looked up at the ceiling. I followed her gaze and found myself looking up at the metal crane. It was the kind you might see in a shipyard, the sort that moves along a metal track and has a claw to grab and lift cargo containers. So, what's the deal with the crane? What? Damn, gone again. Stop running around. Huh? Just tell me what you found.
I noticed something.
Oh yeah? And what, pray tell, was that?
The same thing Clover and Alice noticed.
That's... Ugh. Can't you just tell me?
Look at the number 6 AB room. The side that's facing the wall has blood on it. What's the first thing you think of when you hear blood?
Vampires?
Yeah. This whole thing kind of sucks, right? Come on. This is no time to be screwing around.
I mean, there's so many things you can think of when you hear the word blood. For me, I was thinking of menstruation because mine's about to start.
I'm talking about this thing.
Okay.
The handkerchief Alice had. There's some blood on it that we assume belonged to the old lady. Consider this for a moment. Let's say this thing was on the floor next to the rightmost AB room.
Yeah, I was trying to remember who was in that room. Was that where Tenmyoji
We'll
was?
assume that the blood on the side facing the wall came from this handkerchief. Okay, then what?
Alice was looking at the handkerchief.
Right. What do you think was going through her mind?
Why is there a bloodstained handkerchief here? Or something along those lines.
And?
Did this belong to the old woman? It must have.
And?
But if it did, then who put it here? Or wait, maybe someone just dropped it? Or they could have thrown it here?
And?
You want more?
You're almost there.
How long has this handkerchief been here? Something like that?
Yes, exactly. So how long do you think it was here?
Well, I imagine it wasn't here from the start.
When's the start?
You know, when we started. When you and I escaped from the AV room through the hatch on the roof. The first thing we did after we got out and met everyone except for Clover and Kate was go look at the number 9 door. We spent a lot of time examining the AV rooms too. Yeah, I know we looked at this from this exact angle. I'm pretty sure there wasn't any handkerchief there then. There wasn't... Wait.
Huh. Finally figured it out, huh?
What? Hello? Oh, what the hell? What? Wait. I'm pretty sure there wasn't any handkerchief there then. There wasn't. I don't get it. What am I doing here? Huh? What's happening? I don't know what I was supposed to see there. There's a glare on my screen that kept me from seeing anything when it went dark. No way. The AB room moved. Oh.
Yeah.
Was it that crane?
Probably. They moved the rightmost one all the way to the left.
They moved the rightmost one all the way to the left.
So,
Oh.
what was in the leftmost AB room?
The old woman? The body of the old woman.
And who was trapped in there when the nonary game started?
Kay and Clover? Well, it would have been the A, what? Well, it would have been the AB room on the right at first, so Luna. For the third time, Fi walked off without saying anything. My body felt like lead, but I forced myself to follow her. She stopped in front of the graffiti that began "To Milkman."
What do you think this is?
That's the blood of the old woman, isn't it? Well, I thought it was just paint from the graffiti at first, but I'm guessing you don't think so. Is that more of the old woman's blood?
Seems like it.
I had noticed that when we were looking at the graffiti. I was like, why is there just a big splotch of blood? I thought maybe they just took someone's dead body and used that as blood to write out the graffiti, which could have been, but I don't know. So Luna would have killed her here, then taken her to the rightmost AB room. After that, she would have moved the room with the body in it so that no one would suspect her. That would mean the first person to get out was Luna, not Alice. So what about that handkerchief?
This thing? Here, look. You see this line? It's possible that line is from whatever the weapon was, which means this might have been wrapped around whatever was used to kill the old woman. So maybe Luna wrapped the weapon with this handkerchief, and then threw it between the rightmost room and the one next to it. Then when the room was moved, it came out.
There's gaps in between the rooms? How did she throw it in what? That means Alice picked up the weapon along with the handkerchief.
Seems pretty likely. This is all just speculation, understand? There are a whole lot of things we still don't know.
Yeah, it's a mystery, all right. For example, why would Luna leave the AB room, murder the old woman, and then carry the body back and hide it in the same room? I guess it's possible she just wanted to hide the body. But we still don't have any idea why she would have wanted to kill her in the first place. It's also worth noting that Zero Jr. seems to have let all this slide. He's supposed to be making sure the game goes according to plan, but so far, there have been 2 murders, and he hasn't done anything about either of them. Do you think that means Luna is Zero Sr.? Even if she was, though, I'm not sure why she killed the old woman. It's possible that she was some kind of intruder who wasn't supposed to be here, but if Luna's Zero Sr., couldn't she have found a better place to hide the body? She'd have access to the entire facility. That's not all either. Let's say Luna moved the AB room to divert suspicion away from herself. If that's the case, why did she leave the handkerchief and the weapon here? She had to have known that they discovered after she moved the room. Besides, when and how did she operate the crane? Luna's with us Luna's with us since we first got out of the AB rooms all the way till we found the old lady's body. You, me, and her went through the magenta door and investigated the lounge. Then we went down to floor B together and came back to the warehouse. By then, the room must have been moved. Of course! Why didn't I see that sooner? Luna has an alibi! She couldn't have moved the AB room. Where her alibi?
Interesting. I have to admit, you've got a point.
Wait, what? You didn't even put up a fight.
You're going to make me repeat myself. I never said Luna was the killer. Still, I have a feeling Alice thought she was, which would mean that Clover probably does too.
Oh, you mean that stuff she said about what she noticed?
Right.
Hey, Fi? I'm starting to get a really bad feeling about this. We were supposed to meet the others 20 minutes ago, but there's no one here.
You're right.
Sigma.
Oh, fucking shit. Oh, you scared the shit out of me. Why'd you come out of nowhere?
Hi.
Hi.
There you are.
Hey.
I'm sorry. I have some bad news.
Who's dead?
Luna.
Is she dead?
Luna is dead.
Oh.
She's in room 2 in the crew quarters.
Wasn't that where Alice
The
was?
same room where Alice was murdered.
Oh. Okay, cool. Cool. Why are we killing everyone in the same room? What did she get killed by? What's on the floor? A gun? This was the third time I touched a body and felt cold skin. 1 second. This is cheating. But I'm looking to see... My path ends there. I'm about to hit the end of my route. I noticed it when I accidentally brought it up. I'm nowhere near where I'm supposed to be. In fact, I've chosen the shortest route, haven't I? Well, that's okay. I thought it might get easier, but it had only gotten worse. I didn't think I'd ever get used to it, but I didn't want to. My hands began to shake, and I tried to steady them as I pressed a pair of fingers to her neck and checked for a pulse. Nothing, of course. Luna was dead. Her eyes were flat and empty, the pupils dilated in what could have been terror. Her eyes are closed, dude. It felt surreal. Like I might blink and then she would sit up again. She would smile and blush and look away nervously, and everything would be alright. I blinked. She lay there, still, dead, and pale.
And I trust him.
Grief cracked open like an egg and rage clambered out, hot and angry and screaming. It clawed at the inside of my chest and pounded at the back of my eyes. I squeezed them shut and ground my teeth. My hands balled into fists so tight they hurt. I took a deep breath and opened my eyes again. Another breath, I stood up and realized Kay was talking.
I believe she was poisoned. See here. This device is some sort of syringe.
I think it's called an injection gun. You can just put whatever you want in one of those vials and then pull the trigger. It's kind of like the needles in these bracelets.
The drug they used is the same as well. The label on the vial says tubocurarine.
The muscle relaxant.
Yes. Since it's empty, I can only assume Luna was injected with it. You see the mark on her neck. I believe it is safe to assume that is where her attacker injected the drug. Perhaps they chose the neck for the carotid artery.
Then your guess is probably correct. Luna was injected with tubocurarine, and it killed her.
What about the others?
Should I go get them?
No, never mind. I want to get your story first.
What do you mean?
When you left us, you and Luna went off together, right?
Yes.
But when we talked to Dio downstairs, he said he'd only seen you and not Luna. Why is that?
Luna and I split up as soon as we got to floor B. We determined it would be more efficient. Two of us working separately could cover more ground in less time.
Alright, so why were you late?
What?
You didn't show up till 20 minutes past the time we were supposed to meet. Sigma's asking you what you were doing.
I was resuscitating.
Resuscitating?
Let me explain how I found her. I had gone to the warehouse 5 minutes before our meeting time. You had yet to show up, as had Luna. I believe I was standing between the yellow and cyan doors. Some minutes later, I heard something. It came from behind the cyan door and sounded like a woman's scream. Well, it was actually quite faint. It was several doors away, after all, and as such, I couldn't quite make out what was being said, or even if I had heard it at all. It seemed entirely possible that I had imagined it. I heard no other sounds for a few minutes following the scream. Eventually, the silence made me uncomfortable, Perhaps something had happened, so I made my way to the crew quarters. As I entered the hallway, I noticed that the door to room 2 was slightly ajar. That was when I first suspected something was amiss. You can imagine the rest, I'm sure. I ran into the room and found Luna on the floor.
So you're saying you spent a good 20 minutes trying to resuscitate her?
Yes. I deduced that she had been injected with tubocurarine. Her heart had stopped, so I attempted CPR. To the best of my abilities, at least. With this mask, I was obviously unable to provide artificial respiration.
Why didn't you tell us?
Because I had no reason to believe you would be in the warehouse. If you weren't, I would have wasted precious time. I chose instead to begin resuscitation immediately. As you know, even a short time without oxygen can cause serious brain damage. I felt time was of the essence. But...
How'd you resuscitate her while she wasn't even laying flat on her back?
Hey, how much time passed between when you heard the scream and when you came in here and found her?
I'm afraid I can't say exactly. But I would hazard a guess that it was around 3 minutes.
Did you see the killer?
No, I did not.
Then they had 3 minutes to escape.
That would have been plenty of time. When you leave this room, immediately to your left is a door that connects to the hallway. I assume they left that way.
Is there any chance they hid in this room somewhere?
No. I examined the room thoroughly before I left to find you. May I say something?
Yeah, sure.
I'm not sure if this has anything to do with Luna, but there was something I wanted to point out. Look at Alice. Do you notice anything?
The knife is gone, I think.
The weapon.
Or what, yeah, it's gone.
Indeed. The wound suggests a knife, but I doubt we'll know now.
Then did the killer take it?
How would I know?
Maybe they took it before Luna was murdered.
Why are you asking me?
If they had it, why not use it to kill Luna?
Yeah, that would make sense.
What?
Sigma, if you were going to kill someone, which of these two methods would you use?
I wouldn't kill anyone.
This is hypothetical,
I would choose the injection gun.
right? Most people would choose that. The more you can divorce yourself from the actual killing, the easier it is to kill someone. There's a big difference between stabbing someone and injecting them with poison.
So you're saying they took the knife before they killed her?
No. I don't know either way. They could have taken it afterwards. There's no way for us to know.
Clover, was it you? Because you thought she was the killer and you killed her? Could they have done that in 3 minutes before Kate got here?
It's not impossible. 3 minutes is longer than you think. Anyway, what I was trying to say is that I don't know when they took the knife or whatever it was. We came here to get Alice's bracelet, and then Kay came by later. There was probably about a 30-minute window. Anyone could have taken it. They might not even have been the same person who killed Luna. Or it could be. There really isn't any way to know. And if we don't know, we really shouldn't try and draw conclusions. That could color our reasoning, and that's not good. Conclusions without any evidence are useless. So just forget any conclusions you might have come up with. Save that brain space for something more useful. Well, I think that about covers it. We clear?
Yeah.
Good. Anyway, we should tell the others.
About Luna, you mean?
Yeah.
We should go to the white doors then. Dio should still be there. Hopefully Tenmyoji and Clover will be there as well.
Yeah, good point. Once it's time to open that door, I'm sure they'll show up. Kay nodded and picked up Luna's bracelet.
Please, take this with you.
He held it out to me. I stared down at the bracelet. It felt wrong to just take it. Like we were just using and abandoning her.
Is something the matter? You and Phi are the magenta pair. Without the green solo bracelet, you won't be able to open the secondary door.
I know. It's just...
Then
He pressed the bracelet gently into my hand.
if you don't wish Luna's death to be meaningless, then you must survive, or do you intend to die without catching her killer?
Right. Yes. I sighed and closed my hand around the cold metal.
Good. Shall we go?
Wait. Shit.
Did something happen?
No. Well, not yet. We might be looking at a worst-case scenario.
Excuse me?
God. What the hell is wrong with me? How did I miss this? I'm sorry. This is my fault. It's just... there was so much going on I wasn't thinking.
What is it, goddammit? What did you miss?
Quark.
Quark? Oh shit, it scared me. Why are you making noises like that? Oh, we need Quark? Oh! Oh shit! Temyoji's a red solo! Clover's a cyan pair! Quark's the other cyan pair. If he's not with them, they can't get through the secondary door.
Yeah. Exactly.
Oh dear, this is bad. And if they haven't gotten in by the time the primary door shuts, they'll be penalized. If we haven't found Quark by then.
Time! How much time do we have left? Oh no.
Let's just go to the warehouse on floor B. Perhaps Quark has already been found.
I sure hope so. Let's move. They're probably all dead by now. Considering there's not much left in my route. God, if I was ever in a situation like this in real life, I would absolutely be the first to die. By choice. I cannot go through all this. I cannot go through all this knowing that my life was on the line. I would rather go through this and just have a fun time, not fucking stake my life on it or anyone else's lives on it. Thank God life is not as fucking exciting as games make it out to be. Alright, we're here. Where's all the dead people? Come on. Oh!
Chromatic doors have opened. 5 minutes remain until chromatic doors close.
You're late. What the fuck were you thinking? You trying to kill me?
What about Quark?
What?
Did they find Quark?
How the fuck would I know? I've been here. Look, forget about him. Where's Alice's bracelet? Which one of you has it?
What about Temyoji and Clover? Have they come back yet?
Look around, asshole. What do you think? Hey, pay attention. The brace. Do you have Alice's bracelet? Hand it over.
Vi pulled it out of her pocket. The face still shone with blue light. This has been Alice's bracelet. Vi's eyes never left Dio as she carefully handed the bracelet to Kay.
Good. Let's go. Hey, what is this? What, you don't like this door? Fine, we can take a different one. As long as we're in the right group, it shouldn't matter which door we take.
That's not the issue.
Then please tell me, what the fuck is the issue?
Being a human being. 3 of us still haven't arrived. If we leave them behind...
Oh, come on. Now you're gonna grow a heart? If you stay here, you're gonna kill me.
But...
3 minutes remain until chromatic doors close.
All right, fine. I'll be honest with you. Truth is, I've got a kid. A baby. I was told that if I didn't win this game, my kid's as good as dead.
I don't trust you. Who would have a kid with you?
Me. I swear, it's God's honest truth.
He's lying.
Zero told me to keep it under wraps, but I figure I don't have a lot of choice right now. I'll tell you more once we get inside.
He's lying. It's a lie. Don't listen to him. I wanted to scream. Dio was obviously lying, but it looked like Kay was buying it. Oh, Kay! But he had to go in. I couldn't try and stop him. If I did, they'd both die.
You have to believe me, Kay. Please. If you won't do it for me, do it for my kid. If I lose, it's all over. Please.
Kay turned to look at me and Phi. We both nodded silently back.
I understand. Let's go.
Really?
Yes. I have one condition, however.
A condition?
Yes. But it's not for you, Dio. Sigma, I want you and Phi to go into one of the doors as well.
Huh?
Dio and I cannot be the only survivors. I would have the two of you join us. That is my condition.
Damn it. Couldn't make this easy, could you?
What do you say? The decision is yours.
No, I can't do that. You were asking me to leave 3 people to die.
Use your fucking head for once. You're gonna get us killed. Is that what you want?
I can't just leave them behind.
Me either. I agree with Sigma. We can't just ditch them. I'm staying.
Phi.
Bunch of fucking idiots.
1 minute remains until chromatic doors close.
I see. I suspected that would be your answer. You leave me with no choice then. My apologies.
Huh? Oh. What? Why'd you hurt us? Why'd you knock us out? Are you throwing us into a door?
You have my sympathy. I wish there was another way.
Oh, why?
Do you actually believe, Dio?
No, of course not. I only wish to save you. If I had not forced the issue, neither of you would have budged. Such is your character.
Kay, what are you doing?
I confess I am not entirely sure. I will think about it during the 10 seconds that remain. Goodbye.
Kay turned and left, quickly disappearing outside of our door. Phi and I lay on the floor moaning, curled around our aching stomachs.
2, 1, 0. Chromatic doors closing.
This is assuming that he put us into the door. I couldn't tell. I imagined that that's what he did. Not quite able to walk yet. Phi and I crawled out of the secondary door. Okay, yeah, he did. Oh, wait a minute. Man, this part is long. Okay, I keep expecting that we're gonna die soon. So I'm like, come on. The punch Kay had given me had such an incredible power. What? The punch Kay had given me had been incredibly powerful, and my arms and legs still felt numb and tingly. Can you stand?
Yeah. Can we just sit here for a moment, though? My body's gonna be fine, but I think I need a little time to get my feelings sorted out.
I nodded, and we sat there in silence. No matter what I did, I couldn't get their faces out of my head. Tenmyoji, Clover, Quark. I hope they were all right, somehow, but I wasn't sure how much time had passed before Phi finally stood up.
We should go.
And that was it. She turned and headed for the end of the hallway, feet dragging as if she were carrying something heavy. It was a moment or two before I followed.